grabbed my guitar this morning and the first thing I played was this. And I thought that would be a nice little something to bring to the channel to show you how you can create some cool chord progressions by using a couple of triad shapes. For these examples today, we're going to be rooted upon the note of E. And we're particularly interested in the shape in the fretting hand. When you play an open E major chord, those three fretted notes that you have here are actually the notes of an E chord. We have the E on string 4 at the 2nd fret, then we have a G sharp, which is the 3rd, major 3rd above that, and then we have the B, which is the 5th. So we have 5, root 3. So we call an E triad in a 2nd inversion. The 5th of the chord is the lowest note. 2nd inversion, root position, 1st inversion, back up to the 2nd inversion and the octave. So we're going to take this chord shape and we're going to look to move it up the neck to create something a little more interesting than just a, just an E chord or an E7 chord. Something with a bit more motion, something a bit more interesting for you to jam over. So we'll take this triad shape just up the neck to demonstrate how we're going to change it as we do these progressions. So here is what would be an A major triad. There's the A on string 4. If I wanted to make that minor, what I would do is take the 3rd of that, the note on string 4, and take it down, lower it 1 fret. Then I have an A minor chord, right? A major, A minor. That's the minor shape, you need to remember that. The other shape we're going to need is a diminished. Now for a diminished shape from here, what we do is we take the 5th of that chord on string 5 and we lower it 1 fret. That is the sound of the diminished. It's kind of like an open D minor shape, right? D minor, but up on those strings there, that's a diminished with the root of that being under finger 3 on string 4. Okay, so it was major, minor, diminished. So with that established, what we can do is start moving up the neck and using those different shapes to create these different sounds. The reference for our chords is going to be the first 3 notes of the E major scale on string 4 here, fret 2, fret 4, and fret 6. They're going to be the places where we think about putting those chord shapes. The last piece of the puzzle that you need is the chords in the major key. The order of chords in a major key, which hopefully you are familiar with. To each note of the major scale, we can create a chord. And when we do that, what we have is major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, and then diminished. Rhythm number 1 then is to do a progression in E major, or what's known as E Ionian. So we're going to start upon the 1st scale degree, as it were. So we have major. So we're going to have a major triad here. Think about the next degree of the scale. We're going to think, what's the next chord in the key? It would be minor. So on that note, the F sharp, we're going to put the minor shape, the minor triad. Okay. Now because we're in E major, what we can do is add in the open strings as well. Even keep the E note pedaling. So it was 1 and then 2. And as I go to the 3, it's also going to be minor. Remember, it's major, minor, minor. So major, minor, minor. Okay, now I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 2. I'm going to walk it up and back down. All that's left then is to put that into a loop, and then we're free to do a little soloing over it. Let's do that. So. Now the thing is, those 3 chords give us the information, the notes, to know which scale will work over that progression. The scale that's going to work is the E major scale. So that's a perfect loop to work on your E major scale patterns and your improving in the key of E major or E Ionian. Now we can create a completely different sound if we use a different order of those three chords. So if I wanted to create a very bright, what's known as Elydian sound, then I would imagine that this, in the order of chords in a major key, this time I'm starting from the fourth note. So it would be major, minor, minor, major, major, minor. All right, so major. Then I go up that whole step onto that second note and I play again that major triad shape. Ho ho, very different, right? And the next one would be minor. Let's chuck that one into the loop. Those three chords will then give us the harmonic information, the notes of what is Elydian. This is a progression in Elydian. So those chords that we've put into the loop dictate that that fourth note of the scale will be the note of A sharp, because it was there in that second chord. So that's how you can create a little loop in Elydian. The last one, and the bluesy one, is the Mixodian mode. And to create the Mixodian sound, it's as if we're thinking from the fifth chord of the major scale, which would be major. We go major, take it up, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. Okay, so the three triad shapes we're looking to use for the Mixodian sound, this bluesy sound, will be major, minor, diminished. So if we set up, again from the E, major, and then the second be minor. So again, different from that Elydian sound. So major, minor, and then to the third, we're going to use the diminished shape, which remember was like that D minor. Like that D minor grip. So that's adding, creating the sound of that flat 7 above the E note. So that diminished chord had this. So there you go, just a neat way to create some cool loops for your modal improvisations. There will be tabs for this lesson available for all members of my Patreon group. You can help support the channel for as little as $3 per month with the link in the description or in the card. If you'd like a guide on learning the modes on the guitar neck, I have my Guitar Modes study guide available from my online shop with the link in the description. And if you head over there, you can grab yourself a free copy of Fretboard Mastery, my ebook on how to memorize the notes in just a few days. Thank you very much, you practice well, and I'll see you again soon. Yeah, beat.